fast.
It did go by fast.
That's crazy.
Good night,
Well,
everybody.
yeah, good night, everybody. It was great having you here, and time to relax.
Yeah.
No, I
No.
know. We're just starting.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
I was joshing you.
Mexican Spec, Nick Bruni, Boomer, Chris Freemesser, C. Joe K.
So what's happening,
It's on
guys?
the
What's new and
68.
exciting?
What's new and exciting? Yeah, I don't know. Bridgio G says,
What?
haha, love it. I don't know.
I love it too. What was that? What was that?
Fire.
That was a commercial. What was that? Oh God.
I don't know. You brainwashed?
What was that? But I love it too. Yeah. No, see, it's like when you come close to death, all of these synapses go off in your head, and these distant memories come back. It was soap, Irish Spring soap.
Oh, yeah. For
Manly,
men,
yes, but I like it
I
too.
like it too.
Yeah. Okay.
Ed's Machine says, good evening.
Good evening, Ed.
Josh H says, howdy, got my shirts and scumbag gum yesterday. Nice. All the shirts are out. You may not have them all yet.
How many pieces of scumbag gum did she give you? Because I bought a whole bag. I says,
2. Everybody got 2 pieces of gum.
that's it?
Yeah.
What are you, John Cope? Everybody gets 2 Tootsie Rolls?
Well, that's what you said.
Ah, jeez, you should have given them more.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys. We'll have to come up with another offer. And
Sure. Okay.
this way we get rid of the rest of the scumbag gum. Get a whole bag of it.
Yeah, all the shirts are out. Okay, for Chris says his shirts aren't arriving till tomorrow. Yeah, I had to print a lot
She
of
had to-
shirts. And the 4XLs and the 5XL went out last because I actually had to order those shirts and print them.
Yeah, there were
Because we don't sell a
supply
lot
chain
of those, yeah.
supply chain issues.
So I had to order them. So they're on their way if you didn't get yours yet.
Yeah. Do we have a special for them this week?
Oh, I don't know. You could. I don't know.
Let me think about it.
Figure something
Let me
out.
think about it.
Joe K says, how did your area do with these rains and floods?
We did okay.
Yep.
It's been soggy here, but nothing at all like what happened out there in West Tennessee and
East Tennessee.
eastern North Carolina.
You mean East Tennessee?
East Tennessee. Did I say West?
Yeah.
No, Memphis is fine. No, yeah, wow. Some of the videos that I've seen.
Horrible.
Yeah, and there's people in places like Irwin that are like, no, this has never happened before. So yeah, it's brutal. So now what I just saw a couple of minutes before we came on was that they're expecting another storm to come up the same path. So
Tennessee too?
yeah, exactly the same trajectory.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dr. Art is here.
Dr. Art, I got your text, Dr. Art, about Big Richard. I was occupied with 1,000 different things. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. And yes, so Dr. Art called me out.
Oh.
Dr. Art wants to race Bottle Rocket.
Yeah.
Dr. Art, hang on a second. Let me get, I don't have glasses. Let me, we need to pick a date. Okay? You got glasses, Kat?
Always.
Can I-
I'm always wearing glasses.
All right, hang on, wait.
Here.
I got glasses.
Yeah.
No, I'll go get glasses. No, that's why you
My
keep reading
glasses.
while I do this. Hang on.
All right. Come on in. Let's see. Gonna have to lift one of those XJs 12 inches if we get flooded. Yeah, I hope we don't get flooded. You shut the door, Tony?
Oh, jeez. Whoops, sorry, Peggy.
Hi, Zero.
Oh, it was Winnie. Okay.
Who's in there?
No, I just tripped over Winnie.
Oh, Winnie, where's your bone?
All right,
Did
hang
they
on.
take it?
So,
Hello, C. Storary.
I am,
I said that wrong. Mark Sove. You dropped your snack. I'm sorry.
Etheridge
I just ate a
Motorsports.
sandwich. What?
Hang on. Website. Full 2024 schedule. Come on.
Barrows. Says hello. Hello, Barrows. Garage.
What's going on, Barrows? I'm bringing up the schedule for Etheridge to see when we're gonna have this race. Dr. Art has called me out with his
I don't know. I
turbo.
would check afterwards. There's been some tragedy, so I don't know. They might cancel things.
What are you
I'm
talking
not sure
about?
who this person was that posted on Etheridge today. There was some sort of tragedy.
A tragedy.
Yeah.
Etheridge?
Yeah. Well, either I don't know if she's an owner or she runs a car there or something that happened. Yeah.
Well, it's been raining.
No, it's much more than that.
It's more than that. All right,
Yeah.
hang on. Just hang on. Okay, so Dr. Art, they run test and tunes and grudge races through November 23rd. So I say this month, October is going to be very busy for me. I think we push it out to November. Let's go for the 1st, because we'll have a few options, just in case weather or whatever. The 8th, November 8th.
Wait, I have to check my calendar.
And we got to get a dog sitter. I got to get a dog sitter for it, too.
Yeah, we have to make sure that she's available.
Yeah.
November 8th?
November 8th.
Friday?
Friday. Friday, November 8th.
I don't have anything going on the 8th, but I do have something on the 9th.
All right, well, that's no problem. All right, and I got to get a dog sitter, but let's go tentatively the 8th, and that'll give us we can go the 15th or the 22nd if weather doesn't work out.
Okay.
All right, so November 8th, Etheridge, and the usual deal, Dr. Art, 1 run off the trailer, no practice laps, no nothing. We pull up, we pull them off the trailer, we pull them straight into the staging lanes, okay? And we send them, right? So you want to do that? I'm down, brother, man. Let's do this.
D2 says 23 skidoo.
23 skidoo!
Yeah, okay. Let's see, Chris Wade says been a fan for 6 years. Wow.
Wow,
Chris.
and you haven't figured it out yet that this is all just a scam? Why are you still sticking around?
Yeah, Tony's been reading Wikipedia.
Please,
this
I
whole
memorize
time.
Wikipedia. I watch David Freiberger videos and then just
Tony.
recite whatever I can remember from them.
Boomer says send him a bus ticket and he'll watch the hounds. Yeah.
I'm very particular who I leave my pups with.
Yeah. They know Doris. Thank you though.
Yes.
Zero says Taurus Family Ranch. You have SRT4. That's cool. Okay, he's talking to somebody.
Yeah, I would let Zero watch the dogs.
Also, my last name is De La Torre. Yeah. You would. We often send them extravaganza.
So did Dr. Art respond?
I don't know. I don't see him. I don't think so. I think he's ignoring me.
All right. Well, I'm announcing it right now.
No.
Friday night, November 8th, Bottle Rocket.
Maybe the 8th.
Poor
We have to
Bottle
get-
Rocket.
we
She's
have
been
to get
sitting there,
closer.
just getting covered in cobwebs and deterioration and stuff. So I'm gonna wake her up and have her eat a Ranger for breakfast.
How do we make it with the flooding? We're fine here.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I was saying, I'm sorry before we got into that. Yeah, man, they got devastated out there. I know Andy Woods is in North Carolina, but I think he's not in the mountainous region. But that whole section of I-40 is wiped out. I'd like to know, does anybody know how Wheels Through Time made out? Because they're right there in Maggie Valley, right off of I-40. I think like right pretty much exactly where that, like within the region right there, where that interstate collapsed, where 40 collapsed. If anybody knows how Wheels Through Time made out, let me know.
You have something on your shirt.
Do I?
Yeah, over here. Look,
Where?
like a fuzz or something.
Oh my God.
There's like a couple. There's 3 of them.
Oh no, I'm
There's
embarrassed
one
now.
by your chin.
Oh come on.
No, yeah. You're wiping it off.
You made me go
Still
on
there, though.
camera with things on my shirt.
Wheels Through Time is okay. Closed for a couple of days. Okay.
What's closed for a couple of days?
Wheels Through Time.
Oh, they're okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Will
Yeah.
you go live for the Dr. Art race?
Probably not.
No, it's hard to do because
No.
a lot of times the Wi-Fi's not good.
I go to the track. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything.
Not even
Right.
me.
No, I didn't even talk to her. We go to the track. I didn't even talk to her. I'm just quiet. I got to get in the zone. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. I just want to get there, get my job done, and get the hell out. That's That's me. That's drag racing.
Nice. Nice. Let's see. Gotta get your coffee and glazed donut.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the breakfast of champions.
Yep. Yep. That day I didn't eat. When we raced Andy, I didn't eat anything. I just nope.
I got through college on jelly donuts and coffee.
Yeah. Sugar, caffeine, and nicotine.
Yep.
I need all of those things in the right balance, and then I function just fine.
I should just go back on that diet, I think.
Which diet?
Jelly donuts and coffee. I would get more done.
Probably.
It helps you focus. Race for Fudgy 2, Rocco says.
I still have to make good on the bet with Jamie, which we were going to do this Friday.
Yeah.
We were scheduled to go out with Slaghammer on Friday, but weather.
Yep. Robert Bray says just got power back. Good.
Yeah, but some of those towns are just leveled.
Yeah.
Irwin, I think Kingsport. What a shame. I feel bad for those people. God bless.
Excuse me. I sneezed. Okay, when he ran over. Dripping Glass says, what's the best starter to get for my 383 satellite? You don't know?
I mean, everybody's been using the Dakota mini starters now for years. I mean, unless it's a restoration, that's what I would use. Just get a quality Reman Dakota starter. You really can't go wrong with them.
Philip Reed sent you a super chat. The
Thank you,
Lincoln
Phil.
is alive again. New radiator and brackets. Fixed the distributor. Now it's time to start on the interior. Wouldn't happen to know what a door card is made out of. What is a door card made out of?
Oh, it's like fiberboard. It's not cardboard, and it's not like chalkboard material. It's something kind of in between. But what do you want to know? I mean, you know, you're gonna make your own. Because if you make your own,
Hey, that was loud.
if you're gonna make your own, I think probably that like the chalkboard material that they sell like a hobby stores and stuff like that. That's probably it's gonna be stronger than the original stuff, so it'll hold. And if you use the chalkboard stuff and use like the laminated part, you face that to the outside of the car, so this way any moisture that comes in through the windshield or through the window gap, won't cause it to like get all weird and stuff like that.
Max Level says, bless you. Thank you, Max Level. I sneezed, Tony.
God bless.
Thank you.
I was busy answering a very
It's
important
okay.
question.
It's fine. I'm used to being ignored.
Ignoring you is not easy.
Oh, no?
No. Please.
Did you show everybody Winnie today?
I
Did you
didn't.
show them her jumps?
How would I do that?
On the phone.
I don't have videos of it. You do.
Oh, my goodness. All right, everybody's got to watch the
They don't want to see Winnie.
Okay, they won't see it. All right. Door panel board from upholstery supplier. That's probably the best place to get it.
Providing you have an upholstery supplier
Yeah.
near you.
Let's see. Paul Capizzola says we saw a guy wearing a UTG sketchy T-shirt at our local drag strip today. Nice. Awesome.
I was on. Oh my God!
Hilarious.
I'm gonna show you how freaking nutty I am. Right? We were online at the Mo party.
No
Okay, to
problem.
get in,
Yep.
and we're online to get in, and there was a guy like 2 or 3 ahead of us that was wearing one of our shirts,
Terrible.
and I was like, oh my God.
Terrible.
I tried to hide.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're sorry. We apologize for that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You just have to understand. I have a
You
lot
felt
of
insecure.
I have a lot of weirdnesses when it comes to public stuff.
The Easy Night sent you super chat.
Thank you.
He says, hi Tony, I get my Ford 460 cubic inch in a few weeks. Has been remade by a specialist. Anything I should know before putting it back in my truck? I would use break-in oil. Thank you and greetings from a long-time German fan. We exist. Oh, nice.
I know you. Thank you. I know we have a bunch of people in Germany. Thank you.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, Gesundheit, yes, for your next sneeze.
Thank you.
Honestly, and I'm not short. I'm not trying to give you like a dumb answer, okay? But talk to the guy who rebuilt the engine.
Yeah.
He knows what's in there. He knows the rings that are in there. He knows he knows everything. I can only guess, but he actually knows the parts that are in the engine, and he's going to give you an exact break-in procedure. He'll tell you exactly how long to run it and how to break in the cam if it's a flat habit cam. He'll tell you the procedure to break in the rings. See, like, because I could tell you something. I could tell you how to break in an engine, let's say with cast rings, but what if it's got molly rings?
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know, right? So it's important that you communicate with the engine builder. The engine builder is going to tell you what's inside there and the proper way to break it in. And like I said, I'm not trying to like just pass it off, but that's really the only way.
Thank you very much for your
Yes,
super chat.
thank you for the super chat and the viewership from Germany.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Philip Reed sent your super chat.
Thanks, Phil.
Remaking the interior after the fire, and the only other part that I need other than the door card is the dash pad. Any idea on how to fix that? Dash pad.
Get a replacement
Yeah.
dash pad. They make caps for dash pads. They work really well. Just follow it, use the right type of glue and all of that. But
There's no real fix for dash pads.
yeah, you can't fix a dash pad.
No, we have to
You either replace it or you
Yeah.
cap it.
Mhm.
So and the cap is by far the easiest way to go.
Some people have heat presses. I guess that you could recover it with, but you have to find someone.
Right,
that
but that's a
does
whole
that.
elaborate
That's a-
thing, and
yeah, it's
unless you're a shop that's set up to do that type of stuff,
Yeah.
don't even think about it.
Let's see.
It's not a heat press; it's a vacuum.
Vacuum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they vacuum form,
Mhm.
which is how they made them originally, right? They vacuum form them. But yeah, no. Either replacing it requires replacing it requires disassembling the dash. Like everything's got to come out before you can get to all of the hardware that holds
Sucks.
the bolts in place.
Weenie, relax.
Weenie, we're not barking now. No barking. Yes. You're such a good girl. You're so good.
Q Mark says, "Hey Tony, any experience with the C4 transmission, and how much abuse they can take in stock form?"
I've never been inside of a C4. I've seen the inside of C4s. Andy Wood ran a C4 in Casper, and he was oh God, I think he's actually run like in the sixes. I think he's gone like 690 with a C4. He would be the guy to ask, right? Andy, Unity Motorsports Garage. Now I know that he pushed the C4 to its absolute limits. So if you ask me what the limits of a C4 was, I would say his truck hits a starting line with him in it about 3,500 pounds, and it's about a 550, 600 horsepower. Oh, and actually it dynoed at 700 horsepower. It dynoed at 701 horsepower. So 3,500 pounds, 700 horsepower would be like poof, the way outer limits. It's right there on the edge of disaster every time. So, but if you want to know the specifics, what parts, you know what I mean, and the just everything you need to know about a C4, contact Andy at Unity Motorsports Garage.
D Truth says, "Tony, hood vents versus hood scoops."
Depends what you're trying to do. I mean, a hood vent is going to evacuate trapped air under the hood and let heat out, right? So if you got a situation where you got a lot of vapor locking and stuff like that, then yes, vents are good. You've got some scoops that are actually vents. Like for instance, the Ford teardrop scoop is actually a vent. It doesn't supply. It actually pulls air from under the hood. If you were to run like a teardrop scoop without isolated carburation and a separate way to get air to them, because like the factory cars that ran the teardrop scoops had a box that enclosed the carburetors and then ducts that came forward and went to the high beam headlight holes. Um, so the teardrop actually acted as a vent to remove trapped air from under the hood. Um, I forgot what the rest of the question was, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think. I think I answered it. I'm sorry.
Are you alright?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Where are we? Thunderbolts. Okay.
Yes, the Thunderbolt and the Galaxies. They had them in the Galaxies also.
Fun with crosses. I painted a C4 in Rust-Oleum after Ellis swapping the Crossfire. Okay.
Nice. How did it come out? I've seen some Rust-Oleum paint jobs that are spectacular.
Tony vapor lock. Did you vapor lock?
I'm always vapor locking. I'm always on the edge of vapor locking. When you come to the end of life, this is what happens. You know what I mean? You just slip out of gear.
Thought we were talking about Corvettes.
C4 Corvettes.
Hmm.
Well, C4 Ford transmission, which is, I believe, the first question, and now he's talking about C4 Corvettes. Boy, we live in a complicated world.
You think?
This is proof of the simulation
Oh,
theory.
here we go.
Yeah.
Tony. Killing me, Tony. All right. Let's see. Cosmic debris overload. Yes, Robert Bishop. Scoop says I had a 63.5 Galaxy.
Yeah. Those are nice cars. I like
Someone
those.
says I believe the C4 was a 4-speed, the C6 was a 3-speed.
No,
No?
no. The C4 is the light duty Ford automatic 3-speed, and the C6 is the heavy duty one. And then in between you've got the FMX, and you've got Ford transmissions, right? They all suck. Honestly, they all suck.
Chris Greenaway's here. He says, hey, you guys.
Here's the thing with Ford transmissions. They overlap the shifts. Ford wanted a specific shift profile in their cars, and so they overlap shifts, which causes a lot of wear and a lot of heat. Anyway, yeah, the C4 is a light duty 3-speed automatic.
Okay, let's see. Uncle Bingo sent you a super chat.
Well, thank you.
Uncle Tony, I have a 1989 D100. I want to swap in a V8. I've had my eyes on a 318, 360, 383, or 440. What do you think would be best? I'm in no rush to build it, so time and price is no issue.
I personally would go with the 360. Well, I see a lot of it depends on what your overall, your intended use of this thing is. If it's a general purpose driver type of vehicle, I would go with the 360, because like literally everything is a bolt-in. You know what I mean? That's it. It was available with that engine, so you don't have to dick around with mounts and brackets and blah 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 blah. You throw a big block in there, and now nothing from that year is going to be right. You throw a 360 in there, and you can have everything, so that when you need a belt, you just go to the auto parts store and you say, I need a belt for a 360. You see what I'm saying? So if I was doing that for general purpose daily driving, I would go with the 360. And I always prefer the 360 in a truck to the 318, just for that extra bit of torque.
Uncle Tony, do we have free will, or are our lives already predetermined? You can answer that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next question.
We have
Yes is the answer.
we have free will.
Don't
But
even get into it, Tony.
he asked me a question. I'm going to answer his question.
Okay.
We have free will, yes, but our lives and our choices are defined by our subconscious imagery. So while you have free will, it's always going to be within the confines of how you interpret the situation you're in. And your interpretation is based on early childhood implants in your subconscious mind. So, yes, you have free will, but your own programming will prevent you from fully achieving its benefits.
Okay. Sean says, ever dealt with electron type carburetor?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. Well, there you go. Sunday fun day for
Yes.
conspiracy.
Whee!
Philip Reed sent you super chat.
Thanks, Phil.
Your thoughts on the early 80s VW Golf / Rabbits?
They were
Worth the
cool.
buy or avoid?
They were cool. And they were rugged. Um, yes, I would. I used to like those Scirocco's. I thought the Scirocco's were the coolest cars. Um, yes, I would go after them. They have a good cult following. They're rugged, simple cars. And you want to just make sure you pick something that actually has a cult following. That's the biggest thing. Anytime you're looking at getting into a classic car, okay, um, the best classic cars to get into are always the ones that have good cult followings, because good cult followings have good information. Like, there's going to be forums, there's going to be clubs and meets, and there's going to be a good aftermarket support. Thorough understanding of the cars makes it easy, which is the biggest mistake people make. And I think I did a video on this, but if I didn't, I should, or maybe I should do another one, right? Because that's the scale, okay? So the worst collector cars to get into, right? And I'm not talking about from a rarity perspective, and I'm not talking about from a value perspective, monetary value perspective. I'm talking about as a guy who just wants to play with cars and have fun with cars. The worst cars are the ones that are either limited production or orphan cars, the ones that nobody else has, right? I know, there's that whole dare to be different thing, right? Well, dare to be different, that comes at a price. And the price is that you've got to hunt extra hard to get parts. You've got to really dig to find information. Being different is not really necessarily the way to go. And on the flip side, the most common cars, the ones that they produced in the greatest numbers, that had the most, overall appeal, public appeal, and are still used in great numbers, those are the ones that you want to go after. Those are the best cars to go after, because they'll have all of the support network that goes with them. So, yes, the Rabbits and the Golfs, I think, have that. But something like a Scirocco, I don't think they built enough of. They didn't build enough of them, really, to have that kind of support. Does that make any sense? And then it applies to all cars. That's just across the board. You're talking about classic cars in general. Always go with something that they built a lot of. Simple cars, basically cars that were targeted at middle class commuters are the absolute pinnacle of collector car usability, friendly collector cars to get involved with. There's so many, like, I could still go right now, right? I could still go right now and pick up any mechanical part I need for the 65 Barracuda from just about any auto parts store. Mechanical part, not body part, right? Or trim part, or interior part. But any mechanical part to keep the thing running, I can go to any auto parts store, any chain auto parts store, and have anything I need on the shelf like within 24 hours. Because there's so many A-body Mopars, small block Mopars out there in the wild.
Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, your brother is on.
Normal James.
Tony, you said cult following several times in a sentence. Is that a subliminal message?
Yes, it's a subliminal message.
Should we be getting the Kool-Aid ready?
It's the Tang. First off, we use Tang, not Kool-Aid. Yes, I'm trying to drive home the point that I'm developing a cult here,
Great.
and
Can we just have that?
stay tuned for further instructions.
We're not doing cults.
Oh, I want to do a
We're
cult
not
so
doing
bad.
cults. Yes, Uncle James. Yes. Let's see. Zero says Mopar A bodies forever.
Yes.
All right. Barrow says, I have a 1951 Studebaker Land Cruiser, bullet nose, huge cult following, but extremely hard to get parts for. 1951 Chevy or Ford. I can still find stuff on the shelf at Napa.
Yeah. Well, so the Land Cruiser, you're here in the States, and it's got a huge cult following, but I would imagine the roots of that cult following are going to be over in England. So, you know, think about it.
The leader is good, the leader is great.
Yes. Yeah,
Winnie
that has
wants
to be
to go
zero.
in the house. Yeah, can you let her in the house?
Winnie wants to go in the
Yeah,
house?
she was looking inside. Winnie, go inside. Go ahead. Go inside. Go
Oh,
on.
there's a giant poop here.
What?
There's a giant poop.
Oh, God.
Hang on, guys.
Great. They never do that. All right. But you did it now. Thank you, Maggie. All right.
Who made that poop? That's a nice poop.
Oh, don't show it to everybody. I'm covering the camera. Okay. That's why we didn't want to go in. Maybe that's what she was looking at. Okay, fine.
Oh, wait, there's pee there, too.
What?
Yeah. I gotta get the mop.
Tony, it's over here. The mop is over here. Tony, he's ignoring me. Wasn't you? It wasn't Scoop. Plot twist, it was Tony. It's possible.
I love my puppies. There's the bleach. Where's the, oh, there's the mop.
It's over there. Wash your hands, please. You know, they never have accidents, so it's really unusual for them to have an accident.
Oh.
Tony, people watching you do this.
Yeah.
Live. No, don't put that there. Don't do that.
Why?
Okay. All right. He's not a good mopper. It's all
Come on,
right.
you wanna watch me clean up?
No. No, just take care of it, please. And get over here. It happens. Yes, it does happen. Very abnormal for him to go in the house. That never happens. Let's see. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, we did have them shut inside, so we didn't know if they wanted to go out. So, to be fair. Time for an intermission. Winnie's watching you. All right. Stick to building classic cars. Geez, who taught this guy how to mop? He doesn't know how to mop. I'll take care of it when we finish.
Say that again?
I said I love you.
What'd you say? I don't know how to
No,
mop?
don't squeeze the bleach out in your Winnie.
Why?
Don't do that. Put it on the side of the house. Just finish the. You're a nightmare. Oh my goodness. All I smell is bleach now.
Yeah, 'cause I just cleaned up piss.
Go wash your hands.
I didn't touch the piss.
Okay.
I touched the mop.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun that you did that live.
Life with dogs.
What if it wasn't an accident but a statement? I don't think so.
It could have been, because nobody made any
Nobody-
attempt to scratch at the door. And they all scratch at the door and whimper
Yeah.
and whine when they gotta go out. So yes, it might have been a statement. And if that's the case, it was Maggie.
Thank you, David Morgan. He's saying nice things about me.
Thank you.
Not you.
Oh,
Me.
no, she thinks nice things about me. This Uncle Tony's Garage. I believe my name is the one that's on
Yeah,
the.
I know. I'm
yeah.
aware.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there. That's the shirt I printed in the design.
Uncle
I made
Tony's.
With the screen that I
Yeah.
made. And the ink that I bought. Right?
Go get your own life, Uncle
Go
Kathy
get my own
Bananas.
live. I don't want a live. Where's the mop man when you need him? Let's see. Uncle Kathy presents Uncle Tony's Garage. Yeah. Swamp Rat wants to know, does this bring you back to working at Nathan's days?
I worked at Nathan's for like a week
Did you? Where?
on Highland
where?
Boulevard.
On Highland?
There used to be a Nathan's on Highland Boulevard.
Okay.
And I got fired for like all kinds of reasons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What a surprise.
I was like 16. I was like fresh out of high school.
Yeah. Nick Haynes says, Uncle Tony, how aggressive was those petty engine cams?
Um, they were circle track grinds. They were no torque, you know, and like they weren't definitely weren't something you would use. This is almost 20 years ago. I don't remember the specs on them, but I do remember that. And you know what? I tell you what. How many of those cams did we sell? Do you remember that?
A lot, yeah. We
Oh
sold a lot.
Jesus! You just reminded me because I got, oh God, I'm gonna say 40 or 50 direct connection cam in kits.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And they were all a circle track grind.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't
We
remember.
sold them all.
I don't remember what the specs were on the cam, but I just remember that it just wasn't usable for like a regular street car or, you know, a typical like, you know, street strip car. There were specific circle track grinds, and I got 40 or 50 sets of those, and I was selling them at the time for on eBay for like $100 a set. That's about right.
Something like that.
Something like that.
One and a
And-
quarter, maybe? I don't know, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like $100 a set. Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, yeah. And I actually have a few sets of lifters from that I held on to. They're on the shelf inside.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't wash your hands.
I didn't touch anything. I touched the mop. The mop is fine. I picked the poop up with a paper towel. I never touched any of it. We're fine. We're good. Oh,
Ah, Tony! Oh, I can't.
I've done this before.
I can't with you. I seriously can't. You're killing me, Tony. You're killing me.
I
seriously.
generally,
If I pass away, guys, it's Tony's fault. Really.
I generally avoid picking up piss and shit with my bare hands. Generally.
Tony.
Generally. That's not to say every once in a
keep
while they don't say,
watching.
woo-wee, let's just,
Just throw it across the room.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my
generally. And tonight I
Okay.
did that. I used a paper towel
Okay.
and yeah.
Here comes the sepsis. Yeah. Oh God. Tony.
YouTuber found dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a pooper scooper for the yard, not for the house. They don't go in the house.
They're really very good.
Yeah, they don't have accidents. That's very unusual.
But they have accidents often enough that there's always bleach and a mop handy. Because sometimes you just can't get to
No.
them in time.
That's not really it. I just clean the floor with bleach. They really don't. They really don't have accidents.
It's rare.
Very rare.
I'm gonna say once a week.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Well,
The
you know
only
what? Because
time-
I clean it up before
No,
you ever get
know
to
what?
see
The
it.
only time they have an accident is if they're not all in the bedroom and one sleeps out here.
Right, and I'll wake
That's
up, come
why.
downstairs,
Yeah.
and boom, there's piss.
But I wake up before you.
Not all the time. All right, I want to talk about
All
this.
right. He's going to argue.
I don't want to talk about this.
It's okay. It's okay, Tony. This never happens. No, really, it doesn't happen. They tried to score the equalizer at Kathy Bananas. Oh, yeah? Did they? Okay. All right. Michael S. says, I have a 69 Camaro SSL78. I did a frame off and replaced the engine mounts. I've heard of people getting killed when they brake and the engine lifts up and sticks the throttle wide open. Should I worry?
No, nobody ever got killed from that. Now, that was a thing. Because General Motors used mechanical linkage. They didn't use cables until, 71? I don't remember the year. But General Motors, Ford and Chrysler and AMC all used, no, AMC stuck with cables on it, with mechanical linkage on their inline sixes and then cables on their V8s. But General Motors had mechanical linkage up until like 70 or so. And yes, what would happen was the mount would break, the motor would lift up, and it would pull the throttle. But it wasn't an uncontrollable situation. I know because I experienced it like back in the day, and it's not like shit just goes crazy running out of control. The throttle gets stuck like quarter throttle like that, and you just reach over and you click the key off, or you pop it in neutral, and you're good to go.
Time to put Tony down. Why, Chris?
I don't want to be put down yet. I still have a couple of weeks of good life left of me. I can't get put down until after November 8th, when I show Dr. Art the short way to the end of a drag strip.
Oh my goodness, this
Yes.
is a terrible comment. Dude, train your dogs. How do you live with a nuisance animal that barks and pees in the house? You can tell a lot about a man by how his dog behaves. Honestly, it's quite surprising.
Yeah, well, I put up with that, with their shit, the same way I put up with your shit, and it's just there. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of life. And if you get that wrapped up in like either what the dogs do or what idiot trolls like you do, then you just it's just bad. It's just disruption in the force. So you just let it all go.
Bro says I love those dogs. Thank you, bro. I love them too. They're trained well, actually. Let's see. Michael Edwards says, Tony, your life is on the line. Glidden versus Grump. One run. Who you taking?
I watched them race many times. My God. It just depends what area you're talking about. From 72 through 72, 3, 4, the Grump was unstoppable, right? Because the NHRA literally reformulated Pro Stock around his Vega. Okay, it's that simple. All right, and then those same weird weight breaks and rules is what Glidden took advantage of with the Mustang. They had that giant freaking Mustang with the small motor. Oh God! But at any rate, you go from that period of domination of Jenkins to then Glidden's domination, especially with the Arrow. You get into because a lot of people don't realize he ran that Mopar for a couple of years. So 77, I believe, he went to the Arrow. So it would have been a coin flip. Really, I mean, I literally watched the two of them race dozens of times at different events back in the day. I was always
Just pick one, Tony.
What's that?
Just pick one.
I couldn't.
You can't?
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
All right. Proud Daddy sent you a super chat.
Yes.
Which has a better engine response, EFI or carbs?
It just depends. I mean, in theory, yes, EFI is going to give you a better throttle response, but it won't be any better than a properly tuned carburetor, right? They're going to a properly sized, or appropriately sized, I should say, an appropriately sized carburetor, well calibrated, meaning that it's jetted, both high and low speed circuits, will give you as good throttle response as any fuel injection system. That's really it. I mean, there is no better.
Brady Doug wants to know, Uncle Tony, do you let your wife drive your completed nice Mopars?
Oh yeah, first of all, I don't have any nice Mopars. I don't, I have nothing that falls under the heading of nice Mopars. And I'm one of those people that, yeah, go ahead, drive it. I don't really care.
Maybe since I worked on them a lot.
I
That
mean,
might
she
have
worked on
something
them.
to do
Yeah.
with it.
No, I'm one of those people. I just don't care. It's like you want to drive it? Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself
I'm
out.
a good driver.
What's that?
I'm a good driver.
Yeah.
Bro says, no one says hello. Hello, bro.
Hello.
Let's see.
We just had this conversation the other day.
What? What?
with the red XJ.
Yeah, I drove it to the store.
We ran it out last Friday. Was it last Friday? 2 Fridays ago.
Mm.
We ran it out to the track. We were going to run it. The track was closed. So when we came home, instead of bringing it to the shop, I just came back here to the house with it. So the next morning, she had to go someplace, wherever it was, and she says, "Where's my Jeep? My Jeep's at the." I says, "Just take
Do I
the
sound
red."
like that?
Yes.
No, I don't.
"Where's my Jeep?" I says, "Just take Mission Improbable." And she's like, "I don't want to drive it."
No, you
says-
didn't say that.
I says, "Why don't you want to drive it?" She says, "That's your race truck." And I was like, "I don't care." I says, "The worst happens is you kill the thing, and I'll just make content out of that. It's fine. Knock yourself out."
Okay. Kathy broke my truck. The end. Yes, I built the 440 and the Charger with Tony's help.
Yes.
Tony helped me.
Good, strong motor.
Yeah, I mean, it's still running, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to take it for granted that we did that for a couple of years. The only time that car left the driveway was just to get beat. I mean beat. We did that. We did a video. One of the first videos we did on this channel was called "How to Do a Bitch and Burnout,"
Yeah.
and we used that Charger.
Uh-huh.
And we only used like maybe half of the ones that we actually did.
After
That
the burnouts, yeah.
just abused the living piss out of that thing with
Actually,
zero regard.
That's the best motor that UTG has.
It's a good motor. It's a good motor. It's a good motor.
Just teasing you, Tony. Let's see. JW says, I still live in Staten Island. They can't steal my car. It's a stick. Oh, nice.
Yeah. My condolences, man. I don't know how anybody can live on that island. I'm sorry. If
Somebody bought a shirt that lives in Staten Island.
if you love the place, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I can't
It's really
imagine.
nice.
I cannot imagine.
Max Level says Kathy needs a sidecar for the Goldwing to take the dogs for a ride.
Goldwing is gone.
Yeah,
I
you
got
saw
rid of it.
that. Yeah.
I got
would
rid of
not
it.
ride in a sidecar. No way. Let's see. People D. Rocco. Is that the video with Kathy in the trunk? No, it's a different one.
Staten Island is like a minimum security prison.
No, it's not.
You living on Staten Island, it's like a minimum security prison. Okay?
Could you just like be normal for like, I don't know, maybe like a couple hours?
That is normal.
Why do you say things like that?
It's what it is. The
It's not a
cops.
prison.
The cops are
It's so
everywhere. The cops are everywhere. There's cameras
Staten
everywhere.
Island?
Staten Island, yes. They watch every intersection.
They do.
They watch every move you make. The speed limit, what they drop down at 25 miles an hour, right? They'll get you for 27 miles an hour. You don't come to an absolute dead complete stop. You roll a stop, then run a stop sign. Fines for everything. They got meter maids running around everywhere, right? Anything that they can pinch you for, they will, right? Time and time and time and time and time again. Forget about if you're in a business out there. They shake you down. The fire
He
department
says you're
shakes you down.
100% correct.
I know I'm 100% correct. I lived there. I escaped from there. Staten Island is quite literally a minimum security prison. You can't get out without paying like a ridiculous amount. Go ahead, try to leave the island, right? What's it going to cost you?
The bridges are ridiculous.
The bridges are ridiculous. 20-something here, 20. Okay, so they only get you in one direction. Fine, but you still got to come back, right? So, no, it's a minimum security prison. You can't fathom how bad and how oppressive it is until you get out of there.
So we're not going to move to Florida.
No, I'm not moving to Florida.
Okay.
No. And
We're not moving to the mountains.
and East Tennessee is out too now.
Well, I don't think we were planning on going to East Tennessee.
No, I'm not moving anywhere where there's potential for weather disasters. This ain't gonna happen.
You get tornadoes all the time.
That's okay. The tornadoes are small.
They're not small.
They're
all the
small.
time.
Come to a hurricane. Hurricane takes out a state. The tornado takes out a couple of houses. There's a big difference.
Staten Island was once nice. It was.
It was a paradise.
Yeah,
I was there when it was a paradise. I grew up there in the 70s.
Let's see. What's the attractions in Staten Island?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Does it have it? No, it doesn't have any attractions.
Now, it was a nice place. Like you go in, so they put up the Verrazano Bridge in '64, and before that, Staten Island only had a few like villages, right? It had like the area by the ferry terminal.
I guess
Was,
Manhattan would be the attraction, right?
yeah, Staten
Yeah,
Island is a
Manhattan.
bedroom community. But like back in the day, before the bridge, before the Verrazano Bridge, now they call the Verrazano Bridge the Guinea Gangplank. Um,
That's what it was.
the Guinea Gangplank. All the Italians came flying over, right?
My
Um,
family was so angry.
Oh, please. So, and I'm an Italian. I can say how bad we wrecked that place. So, um, originally it was beautiful. It was wooded. It was like a rural retreat in the middle of
There were
this.
farms on
There
some
were farms, right? When I was a kid, there were strawberry farms and all kinds of things.
airports and
Airports, and then like they just built and they 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 took up every last bit of open space
there were
and
beautiful old mansions there and houses and stuff, and they knocked them all down to build
Yep.
condos. It was disgusting, actually.
yep, yep.
That's when we left.
There are houses. So and listen,
Yeah, it's ruined.
and a friend of mine was a builder. Okay,
Yeah, he did really terrible things.
Sal, right? Now I love Sal. Sal was a great guy, and we did the coffee business together. Okay, he was in the coffee business, but Sal was buying houses. Okay, it was buy. This only happens on Staten Island. You
No,
won't
not
see
only
this.
Staten Island, but
You won't see this anyplace else. It's only on Staten Island. So what would happen was they would build a house, okay, on let's say a 40 by 100 lot, okay. So the house would be like set back, 20 feet from the sidewalk, and then you'd have the rest, a nice sized backyard, where they would build a whole nother house. And I don't mean like a cottage. I mean a whole nother house in the backyard of the first house,
horrible.
right? That it looked like a house that would be facing the street, except it's facing the back of another house. And my buddy Sal was responsible for a lot of that.
Yeah, nice. Let's see. Midland Beach is a migrant shelter. Is it? Midland Beach?
There were so many places to race there back in the day. We used to race by Seaview Hospital. We'd race on Capistrano Boulevard. We raced on the South Shore. We raced on the West Shore Expressway. A bunch of different service roads. The end of Highland Boulevard by the Conference House. Like, there was no shortages. 7 nights a week you could go out and find a place to go race in like the late 70s, the early 80s.
It was fun.
It was great. Arden Avenue.
It's Tang.
Yes,
What do you
it's
think?
Tang.
Tang. Chris
It's what Stanley
Freemasser-
Kubrick sent the astronauts to the moon with.
Yeah, you said that.
Yes.
Chris Freemasser says I'll take 8 feet of snow per year over tornadoes any day of the week.
No, I don't want to see even a flake. I don't even want to see a flake.
I prefer the snow to tornadoes, to be honest.
I prefer the snow to tornadoes, but I still don't want to see a flake of it.
If it was consistent, it would be fine.
No, it would
It's
never
not
be fine.
consistent here.
It's cold. It's frozen death.
Yeah, but you get used to it. You get
What,
used to
snow?
the
Cold?
Yeah.
No, you get used to it. I'm a freaking Italian. We don't get used to snow.
Right. JW says Highland Boulevard and South Avenue, baby. I started races there. So did you.
Yes.
Snow is a jerk. Yeah, it can be.
Snow is a scumbag.
Not
I
not
hate
as
snow.
bad as tornadoes, though. Salt is a bigger jerk. Yeah, it can be. EFOG loves the snow. I used to enjoy the snow a lot.
The analogy I always gave is that if so using temperature scale, okay, of 100 Fahrenheit, not centigrade, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So, and let's just say you're outside, I'm gonna say naked, but just wearing regular clothes, okay?
Yeah.
And you fall asleep, okay? At 100 degrees, you'll wake up. You'll wake up sweaty.
Oh, not me. I would be purple. So no.
It's not gonna kill you. You will
Oh,
not
yeah.
die in a 100-degree
I could die.
You could not stop
Yes, I
it.
could.
You're talking about sun poisoning. That's
Yes,
not what I'm
sun
talking. I'm
poisoning.
not talking about the sun. I'm talking about temperature.
Yeah.
In the shade. It's 100 degrees in the shade. You could fall asleep and wake up and you'll be sweaty, but you'll be fine.
You
Whereas if you did that in 0, you'd be dead.
Yeah, heat stroke. No, Tony's always like raising the heat. It drives me nuts. He's like, oh, let's make it 100 degrees now.
I need it to be
And
hot.
I'm like, no.
I like hot.
Let's shut that off.
Hot is always better than cold.
Horrible. He drives me nuts. I'm like, you touching that thermostat again? Let's see. Heat sucks for you, EFOG? Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm not a fan of it. No, Scoop doesn't like the heat. Bruce says sleep on cardboard. Jack says, what I can't stand, it's too much heat. I agree.
I'm not saying too much heat is good, but heat can be uncomfortable. Cold will kill you. So that's how I look at it.
Heat'll kill you too. I've almost had heat stroke at the truck a bunch of times.
How many people over the course of around the world over the course of
Like
a
we're
year?
passed out.
How many people die from heat versus how many people die from cold?
Enough.
No, come on.
The
No
same
comparison.
amount, I bet you. Somebody Google it. Somebody Google how many people die from heat stroke a year and how many people freeze to death. Terrence Seymour says, I'm with you, Tony.
I don't ever want to be cold again.
T2 says more die from cold. I don't know. I can take the cold. I can't take the heat.
Again, fall asleep even when it's 32 degrees out. Fall asleep and watch how long it takes for your body to go into thermal
Oh,
shock.
jeez. Tony, why do you have to win every conversation?
Because I'm right. You see, whose name is it?
Uncle Tony's garage.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Reminds me of Tony's cold start video. I googled it. Snowmen live forever in Switzerland. Do you Tennesseans have droughts? No.
Oh yeah, we got drugs everywhere. What do you want?
Drought.
Oh, droughts?
Not
Not
droughts.
really.
Yeah, for the most part, it rains a lot.
I mean, we get dry periods, but it's never really that
No.
bad. We get a lot of humid air comes up from the Gulf, so even when there's no rain for a long period of time, the trees are still okay.
Yeah. Oh, when he's running. Roanoke, Virginia, Rick Jones. All right, so we're like an hour in, Tony. No, not drugs, no.
What does that
drought.
mean now?
I'm just letting you know where we are.
Okay.
The dogs,
How am I doing so far?
I think you're all right.
Good, good.
Can't tell. I think you're all right.
Well, the viewers got the bonus pee mopping.
They got the what?
The bonus pee mopping.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're thrilled about that.
Who wouldn't be?
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you lied about drag times on your stock Fox body in the 80s.
I lie about everything. I lie about everything.
Why are you lying, Tony?
Don't believe anything that comes out of my
Why are
mouth.
you lying, Tony?
Don't believe anything that ever comes out of my mouth. And especially don't believe in anything I ever wrote.
No, never.
Fortunately, we didn't have fact checkers back then.
Yeah.
So I could just like print any old thing I wanted to.
Right.
You suckers fell for it.
There wasn't any Snopes. Let's see. Waiting on the dryer. Are you waiting for your dryer, Robert? Let's see. Dances with MTs says, I work on average 55 hours a week, so I miss a lot. Did you ever get the Slant 6 engine squared away?
No. No. It
No.
gave me all kinds of trouble. And I decided to get rid of the body of the car, but I kept all of the mechanical parts. So that's all going to get transplanted into another car. I'm going to take another crack at it. But what happened was I got sidetracked with the Jeep thing. I love inlines, okay? So I was very into the Slant 6 thing. In fact, very into the Slant 6 thing. And then by accident, kind of like happenstance, I bought an XJ with a 4-liter. And then one XJ became 2, became 3, became 4. Now we've got one that's mission improbable. And I got seriously sidetracked off the Slant 6 thing. But you gotta allow yourself some changes in life. You know what I mean? You gotta allow yourself to be flexible and go with the things that you really enjoy.
You're so flexible.
What's that?
You're so flexible.
I'm flexible.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I also want to know more about the Slant Project. I got to see this guy in New Jersey. Good luck. Anthony Perna says hello.
Hello?
Hello, Anthony. Mexican Specs says, Kathy, at the top of the hour, we get a new conspiracy. Well, we're at the top of the hour now. So
Name a conspiracy. Let's go for it.
a new conspiracy?
I don't have any new ones. I'm focusing on the older ones.
None of them are fun anymore. I don't want to talk about the new ones. The old conspiracies were good.
Which ones?
They were very innocent.
Like?
Oh, God, like, I don't know.
You mean the ones that came true?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
those.
Yeah, all the old conspiracies have come true.
Right, well, except for, like, the aliens that only use us to harvest gold for them.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was in the back of that book. The end of that book. What was it
Rule by
called?
secrecy.
Rule by secrecy. Yeah.
Well, he was just quoting the Sumerian texts,
Yeah.
right? Which may or may not be accurate.
I read
don't
that
know.
whole book.
But the book was very good. The book was very good.
You read the book?
Yeah, Rule by
You read the
Secrecy? Yes,
book?
I did.
When?
25 years ago when it came out.
You read a book in my entire life.
You don't know what I do. You don't.
What did you do? You stole my book. You read it.
You're
in
only
secret?
you're only party to this much of yes. Okay,
Did
I
you
do a
take
lot.
my book and read it?
Probably I don't remember. I just remember that it was a very good book.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last chapter-
Tony reads book. I've never seen Tony read.
The
a book.
last chapter, he got into the Anunnaki and he got
Yeah,
he got
we
into
did.
gold harvesting and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. But what he was doing, he was actually Zechariah Sitchin.
Yeah.
He was quoting him and his interpretation of the Sumerian texts.
That's very old. What you're talking about. That
Yes.
book is really old.
But at the same time, there are other interpretations of it. Cliff Hyde did a whole thing on that.
I
It was
bought
pretty
that book in New
interesting.
York.
Yeah, I know it's a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So, yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Wow, I'm impressed at Uncle Tony. Are you really?
Why? What did I do?
Why? Let's see. How about the solar micronova in 2046?
Nah, it's nonsense.
Do you remember that when, let me see. There are a whole bunch of different old conspiracies. What about the Earth tilting? That one?
That was not a conspiracy. That's conjecture. That's,
Conjecture.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's not a conspiracy.
Let's see, what else? What other old conspiracies were there? I'm thinking.
Well, that there was a deep state. That there
what?
was.
A what? A what?
Yes. Oh, remember how radical that was? You know, there's no deep state. Yeah, okay. That the news media was controlled. That, I mean, all of these things. You know, like I remember talking about like Paperclip and MK Ultra and all of these other
Don't say
things.
these things on YouTube.
Yeah, I can say it on
On
YouTube. It's
YouTube?
fine. It's
No,
fine.
you can't.
It's, yeah, I know what I can say on
Okay,
YouTube
you
when I
shut up,
can't.
man.
No, I know what I can say when I can't. But I remember talking about all of that stuff 25 years ago when people were like, that's ridiculous, that's impossible, you're a nut job. And it was just common knowledge, yes.
Remember acid rain? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah.
Oh, my
All the
goodness.
different things were going to kill us.
Uh-huh. Holy yes.
I love it. I love it. They went from, oh, we're all gonna have the ice age. Oh, we're all gonna burn to death. Oh, it's all gonna be this. So then what they did was they just, when none of those things worked out, they just came up with climate change. You know, okay, it's just gonna change, period.
It's such a broad statement, isn't it?
But
It's a broad phrase, climate change.
Yes, it's
People
as
use
broad
it.
as
They use it constantly, but it really has zero meaning.
it's literally a meaning.
It's a meaningless phrase.
but,
But they don't realize it and they just keep saying it over and over and over.
but the word climate
Yeah.
denotes a change.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So in other words, what it is it's change.
Right. They might as well walk around saying that. It makes as much sense.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
This
yeah,
is why we get in
we had all
trouble.
of the old conspiracies, and you know, the corporate takeover and all
Oh,
this
remember
other
the
stuff.
one? Did you read my book on architecture in DC? Did you read that book?
Oh, I know all about
You
this.
know-
I
he
don't
knows
have
all
to
about
read
that.
your book to
That's
know about that.
old conspiracy theories.
Yeah. So.
I call it climate mood 0 cents.
Climate mood, yes.
What else? What are some other old conspiracies?
The Bilderbergers.
Jekyll Island. Oh yeah, remember when
Oh yeah.
Bilderbergers and the oh my god, my brain is dead. My brain is dead.
That the Federal Reserve isn't part of the government, that the Internal Revenue Service isn't part of the government. All of these things were like conspiracy back then. It was like, man, that's ridiculous. It's impossible. But now it's all common knowledge. Everything that was conspiracy back in
I love it
like,
that people wear end the feds hats and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, I just found out about this.
yeah.
It's okay.
So, you
It
know,
takes time for some folks.
the satanic, you know, stuff with the music and the movies and all the other stuff. That's not true. Yeah, okay.
Why we're laughing? Like it's really not funny. We're laughing.
But I'm
because
just
we
saying, it's
talked
all of
about
these
this, like, a long
conspiracies
time
that are
ago.
now just common knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, I know. Let's see. There's no gold at Fort Knox.
There isn't. There isn't.
JFK, Man on the Moon. I didn't really read JFK book. Thinking. Tony reads Sam Harris. Who's Sam Harris?
No. I don't read
I
anybody
don't
in
read
particular. I don't read anybody in particular.
Mm.
I just, what I do is, I read some of the most outrageous stuff, okay? Because I found that you'll find wrapped up in the most craziest thing, okay? You'll find kernels of truth. And then what you do is you take those kernels of truth and you cross-check them against other things that are perhaps less crazy or completely unrelated. And when you start making enough matches, you can connect those dots and figure out what's really going on versus what somebody's saying is going on. So I don't subscribe to anybody in particular. There are some people I follow because they exhibit extreme intellect. But
Shapeshifters. Oh yeah. That's
how the
old.
shapeshifters thing.
That's old.
But if you understand the metaphor,
Still out there telling the same story.
yeah, okay. So that's a pretty good example. Okay, so the reptilian thing. Okay, that is a good metaphor. It's an accurate metaphor. Because we have so the brain has different levels.
Yeah, we
Consciousness
listened to that, Anthony.
consciousness has different levels, okay? And some people are wired so that their reptile brain, their lizard brain, is the part of their brain that calls, it's their primary motivator, right? So you could accurately say that there's a percentage of the population that don't think like us and are really more lizard-like, okay? They also have sociopathic tendencies.
Sociopaths? No way.
People who operate from the reptile part of their brain are generally sociopaths. Sociopaths automatically climb corporate ladders. So you can say that there's reptilians out there, and it's accurate, okay? But to say that under certain lights or certain conditions they actually change form and stuff like that, no. I don't buy that. But I absolutely do buy the fact that a percentage of the population are reptiles. They think like reptiles.
Rose
That's a,
says, that's it. Keep it simple. Kathy has Tony lying tonight.
yes, I'm lying
Am I
about
making
everything.
Tony lie tonight? Am I making you lie?
Yes.
How?
Well, you made me a tang.
Oh my goodness. Stop lying. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Lizard sounds like wizard. There's a reason for that. Oh, what was the other thing about who was that guy? He used to go on the radio shows all the time, like a long time ago, and he would talk about the use of words, and he would be like, the bank is like the bank on the river, and money flows. Like, remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
He would talk about all the
He
meanings.
was actually pretty good.
He was good, but he would talk about all the meanings of words.
Yes.
And how
Currency, circuit courts. And,
right,
yeah.
yeah. He was good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. There's,
Terrifying, but good.
no, but it's accurate. It's,
Yeah, it is pretty
it's
accurate.
true. It's true.
What was it like? The bar, passing the bar, and the what was it like? The railing in the court. What's it called? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but it's escaping me right now.
Yeah.
But that's also having to do with
I thought this was a car channel. It is.
It is. We're car
It's
people.
Sunday night.
Yeah,
We
but
talk about stupid things.
but we're car people, but we all have to live in the world. So
Yeah.
you might as well know how the world works.
Blame it on Mexican Spec. He wanted to talk about a new conspiracy
Yeah.
top of the hour. So it's his fault. Let's see. Did you eat Mexican today?
No, I had chicken cordon bleu.
Yeah. Sunday is fun day, right? Yeah, we talk about all stupid
Yes.
things and cars.
I don't consider them stupid.
You know what I'm
I
talking
spend a lot more
about.
time thinking about that stuff than I do about
Well,
cars.
that's good to know. Scary.
But it's true.
Oh my goodness.
I think I got a pretty good handle on what the situation is.
Okay, good. Let me see. Do nitro cars run in space? Oh boy.
They carry their own oxygen supply,
Hmm.
so technically they could fire in space. But I don't know well, on what kind of surface would you get traction? So yeah, you could. I tell you what, you could run a cackle car in space.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Oh no, Mark Survey's dachshund is hurting big time again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
Mark.
sorry, man. There's nothing worse than when something wrong
Yeah.
with the dog.
See. Oscar Gonzalez sent you a super chat.
Thanks, Oscar.
Uncle Tony, what is your preferred olive oil brand?
What are we using?
The big can. What is
Yeah,
it? What is it?
I don't even know the name of it. It's just we automatically buy it. It's in a metal tin. We pick it up at Publix.
really
It's
big
absurdly
can.
expensive.
It's like $60 now.
It's ridiculous.
I was gonna buy another can because we need it, and I'm like, why is it so expensive? You can take it down. It's in the can.
Is it Bertolli?
No, I don't think it is. It's something else.
I don't know. It's good olive oil. Go to
Yeah.
Publix. Buy the stuff in the tin.
The big tin, like
Yeah.
is it Barrio? I don't think it is. I don't know. I don't remember. It might be. It's not great value. Would you
Yeah,
go
great
get-
value. Great value olive
Would
oil.
you go get the olive oil?
Mm-mm.
So he knows.
No, I'm not gonna go get the olive
It's a
oil.
gold.
It's green and gold.
Green and gold.
Tin.
Big tin of olive
Right.
oil. It's on the bottom shelf.
Go to any Publix. They'll have it there.
Cold pressed.
Yes, cold press.
Isn't there some kind of olive oil conspiracy? I don't think so.
Make one up, bro. I mean, there's so many people making up conspiracies.
I genuinely want to know. What do you want to know? Not great value. No, don't use vegetable oil.
Don't use vegetable oil.
Just use olive oil. Letting mosquitoes in the house. There's no mosquitoes right now.
Well,
It's
if you're
cold.
gonna make like French fries and stuff, use vegetable oil, right?
You shouldn't eat that crap though.
But if you're cooking, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be an ingredient, right? Always olive oil.
You can use frying olive oil. It's different than the other olive oil.
Oh yeah.
Olive oil prices hit the roof after the stupid. Yeah, they did. They got really, really high. A lot of olive oil is cut with vegetable oil. It better not be. It's too
The
expensive.
cheap stuff would be, yeah.
Yeah.
The quality olive oil, no.
We buy the good stuff. I fry with olive oil, works just fine. I do too. Coconut oil. I
Well, the
cook
thing is,
seed oil
it can be,
though.
so if you're gonna use olive oil in something like a fryer, okay, that's cost prohibitive. Now, you just wanna make yourself a couple of fries, or you wanna like deep fry a calzone or something like that, you do it with olive oil, I mean, you gotta have money falling out of your friggin' pocket. So for something like that, use vegetable oil. You gotta use common sense, you know what I'm saying? If you're frying like chicken cutlets in a pan, yes, use olive oil.
Olive oil can be burned in oil lamps, right? Patrick
Mm.
says. So, Filiberio, I think it might be. I think it
Yeah, I
might
think
be.
that sounds about right.
You know, I never read the can. It's just I've been buying it forever. I'm like, I don't know. What is it? Yeah, extra virgin cold pressed. Let's see. Um, the best for healthy deep fry is ghee or beef fat, in my opinion.
Yeah, tallow.
Mm. You hungry? Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. Let's see. I cook chicken with Dr. Pepper and barbecue. Oh, good. Yeah.
I never liked Dr. Pepper. I never got Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Uncle Tony's cooking and conspiracies. Do you want to make that channel, cooking and conspiracies?
We could do that. I could cook something and talk about the latest
You
conspiracy.
can cook. You don't cook really though.
I cook,
Some things, not a lot though.
but they're exceptionally good when I do.
They are, but you only have like a couple items.
That's okay.
It's okay. What do you think of air fryers?
Not my thing.
No. Mm-mm. You don't do that. See, Zero says, I don't do anything anyone wants me to do. Yeah.
That's the way to be, man.
Yeah, I'm not super happy, but I'm alive a little.
Don't ever, don't ever do anything people expect you
I'm not
to
super
do.
happy. That's good. Let's see. What's the best frying oil? WD-40 or 10W40?
Well, WD is
cook in
more
that.
organic, but I don't think you could fry with it.
Yeah, don't cook it.
Yeah. Don't cook with either of them.
Yeah.
This is
Serious
not
is what you
financial
had.
advice.
No. No, go get yourself some good olive oil. I haven't figured out how much oil goes in the air fryer. We don't have an air fryer.
No, I don't want an air fryer.
No, I don't either.
No, the air frying is an element missing from the food. Yes, you get it crunchy, you can get it fried, but no, there's a taste element that's missing from it.
Yeah. Get the nets. What's in the mystery oil? What's in mystery oil? This is not cooking advice, no.
Next.
Bill McKiska sent you super chat.
Thanks, Bill.
Oh, when's Uncle Crystal's next appearance?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Coca-Cola is the best from a glass bottle. What do you think about that?
Well, I drink Mexican Cokes, and they come in glass bottles.
They do.
I won't drink regular Coke anymore.
What are we gonna eat when we're done with this?
Oh, shit, I'm hungry now.
Because I really didn't eat.
I only had the cordon bleu.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to watch my weight, and that's the second giant
I
10 for the day.
understand, but I think I'm kind of hungry.
All right, I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Did you notice they moved the heart farther down so it doesn't block the messages? I did not. No, I didn't notice that. There's a lot of things going on. Not paying attention to everything. That's good though, right? I watch Cowboy Kent Rollins cooking videos. I've never heard of him.
I like Natasha. You ever watch
She's good, Natasha's
Cooking with
Kitchen.
Natasha? Natasha's Kitchen.
Yeah.
She's really good.
She has good recipes.
Yeah.
Usually I'll watch only when I'm looking for a recipe. I don't have time to sit there and watch cooking videos.
There was a show I used to love, Patty's Mexican Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
This is like probably 20 years ago. But she was great. She was great.
Oh, okay. Mexican Spec says Tony complained on the Wednesday live. He couldn't read the first message because the heart covered it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, Natasha's good. Let's see. Cooking with Yan. Never saw it.
No.
Does she have live chats? I don't know. What would I ask about cooking? Nothing. I wouldn't ask anything about cooking.
Patty's Mexican Kitchen was great.
Yeah. We feel like Mexican food. Oh, Patty's still on PBS.
Is she?
Yeah. That's where we used to watch it. We used to watch PBS.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Now we can bring that to a boil. Yeah. Yeah, it's not real exciting, right?
No, it doesn't have to be exciting. She was just not even entertaining. She's just good to watch. Just, you know what I mean? Her whole demeanor and presentation and the things that she was making, she was great.
Tapeworm is the new diet range. Is
Yes.
it really? What the freak? Oh my god. Rachel Ray makes the best nachos. I never watched her videos.
I used to buy her dog food, Rachel Ray's Nutrish.
Yeah, it's not good dog food.
Yeah.
You buy
I found
better
that out
dog food
afterwards,
now.
but that was like my go-to dog food for a long time. It was like Rachel Ray, right? I mean,
No.
she's got to have good dog food. No.
Parker Russell says you're one of the only channels that I watch stream of anymore. Thanks, UTG. I met Jim Bennett before he passed. You two were awesome.
Yeah, Jim was a good guy. Jim was a good guy. Yeah.
Tape guy, being broke. That German or Polish guy in the 80s, Onion. I don't know, he would get hammered on wine. I don't know who that is. In the 80s, we weren't watching anything.
I know who you're talking
You
about.
do?
Yes. Yeah, I can't think of the guy's name, but I can picture him.
Hmm. At zero.
I don't want to watch a guy cook. I'm sorry, right?
I used to watch, we used to watch, what's his name? The British guy. What's his name?
Ramsey?
Yeah, we used to watch Gordon Ramsay.
Well, okay, because that was like entertainment. It was like I don't like choppers, but everybody watched American Chopper when it was on because it was just a spectacle, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with like Chef Ramsay. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch a guy cook. I don't want to watch a guy do any freaking thing. So
Emerald? Bam, bam.
yeah, that guy. If I'm gonna watch somebody cook, it's got to be a woman.
The Galloping Gourmet. That's really old.
Oh, geez, that's from the '60s. I remember that. I even remember the guy's name, right? Graham Kerr
Is
or
that his
Kerr. Graham Kerr. Is that right?
name? Julia Childs. I remember the Galloping Gourmet. That had to be. It was 70s he was on.
Yeah, late '60s, early
Yeah,
'70s.
Kerr. Huh. So you don't want to watch a guy racing?
That's different.
That's different.
That's different. He's buried in a car someplace. You know what I mean? Under a helmet and all of that shit.
See. The best show that we watch isn't on TV. It's the local Waffle House at 3 a.m. Yeah, Parker. We try not to go there at that time. We don't actually.
Many interesting Waffle House things have happened.
Now I want waffles, Nicholas.
I'm really trying to.
uh-huh.
I'm really trying to watch my weight.
I have to eat something.
I've cut my portions like in half.
You don't want to eat anything, Tony?
No.
No.
No, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to get. I want to get down to 110.
No, I said Julia Child. I used to watch her too. My dog with no teeth left eats tins of sardines. Nice. Where are the trolls? They're mostly blocked. They never came on the lives anyway.
Yeah, they would never come on alive.
They were afraid. They would just sit and listen.
They've all moved on. They've moved on.
Have they?
Yeah.
I don't know. To who? Who are they bashing now?
This guy they called Jabba, but I don't know anything about him. They've just moved on. They got tired.
Well, I mean, there's only so many nasty things they can say. Let's see. Sarah says, guy cooks are a chef. Lady cooks are called mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
There's something warm and fuzzy about watching a woman cook. It's that simple.
Riff
You know.
Raff says, I'm Uncle Brian's son. Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Number 8.
I kind of feel left out. He stopped doing videos about me. I thought that was awesome. Every day he would do a video about me, and now he's just like, he's moved on, and I feel like there's a void. You know what I mean? Brian, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still making videos, Brian.
Let's see. The best catfish I've ever had was on the Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee. But the best barbecue I've had is in the tiny town of, I'm going to say it wrong, Challis, Idaho. The owner is from Tennessee. That's Barrows.
Okay. I'm not crazy about Middle Tennessee barbecue. Memphis barbecue is good. Kansas barbecue is good. But like Middle Tennessee and North Carolina, I'm not crazy about.
No more A&W in Utah. Diesel says I used to eat 1 meal a day.
I still do. Yeah, as a rule. I mean, sometimes I'll have.
What's the riff Brian has with Tony? There is none. He's just a psycho.
He used to make a video. For years.
Crazy.
For years, he made a video about me every single day. You know, and it was like the sun coming up, right? And it was like, yeah, the sun comes up, and Brian made a video about me. And it, you know, it's like, how many people have that honor? That there's somebody who makes a video about them every freaking day. So I was like, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And then he stopped. And it's like, I feel like there's a void. I feel like you know, like I don't mean anything to him
yes,
anymore.
Chris Reno, we see you. He says, excuse me, I'm here. Mexican Spec says, well, Tony, go to his house and ask why Brian stopped making videos about you. That would be a great video for you.
I miss the days, like early on, like when we were about maybe 2 years into doing this channel, and it's like,
No, he doesn't know Tony.
no, we never met.
No. He's just nuts.
But like, so we started the channel and everything was like normal, okay? And then we started hitting a little bit of success, okay? And so about 2 years in, it was like I had trolls everywhere. People making videos and diving in. And I know to most people this doesn't sound like, you know, doesn't sound normal, but I loved it. It was like, this is cool. It's like, they're all taking shots at me. That means I must be doing something good. There was a certain amount of pride that went with that. And then it's just kind of dissipated over the last couple of years, and I miss it. It was an element of the channel that I actually miss.
Oh, you want me back? Okay. Hang on.
Sure.
Let's see. Peg's wedding conspiracy. Yeah, there was that. How did you guys decide to start YouTube? I'm interested. Self-forming too.
Podcasting was originally what we were going after, right?
There's no money in podcasting.
Yeah, no money in it. There still really isn't.
No. Unless you you're a subscriber, man. Some people pay to listen to you, but who wants to do that?
Like I have a template in my head for a podcast. I actually talked to Zero about it. But my problem is content balancing. So, in order to keep up the frequency of videos, so you have to understand first, it's a business, right? I don't do this for health. This is my business.
What's that noise?
I don't know. It's like running water. Oh, there must be something in the yard over there. They're dragging like a dumpster or something. A trash can, whatever it is. So the problem is, it's a business, and because it's a business, I have to play the algorithm game. So in order to play the algorithm game and keep YouTube on our side, I have to produce content consistently and varied enough that we keep our numbers up, right? Because when the numbers slide, everything slides. So because of that, my head is always occupied with coming up with the next video. And because of that, I don't have the extra headspace to devote to a podcast right now, which I know won't make enough money. Like, so in other words, like if I was to sacrifice some income from YouTube for income from the podcast, the problem is the podcast is only going to give me about 25% of what YouTube does.
Not even.
Not even, right? Even, I mean, like a really good, successful podcast
We
wouldn't.
made $10 on the podcast.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Like seriously, we made $10 on ads.
Now, I am definitely, in fact, I'm supposed to talk to the guy tomorrow. We are going to do a podcast out of the shop, but it's not going to be a part of this channel. It's just we've got a local group of motorcycle guys, motorcycle people, and we're just going to do a thing separate from this channel.
Scoop on Brian's new trolling adventure. No worries if you don't know. It just makes you innocent. Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea what
Zero
that means.
said that. What are they doing back
I
there?
don't know.
Oh my goodness. How do you start a mechanic business? What avenues would you tell a 26-year-old wanting to own it and be a service to people?
Okay, forget about conventional business. You will not make it.
True. There are two that do really, really well.
There are two that aren't 26-year-old kids that are just getting started.
No, that's true. It's
Okay.
It's a big place.
Yeah, context, all right? You will not make it with a conventional business to get started. What are you looking at me like that for? Just give me looks.
You give me looks.
So put that out of your head. Your biggest obstacle, if you put everything together, your biggest obstacle is going to be manpower. You're not going to be able to find qualified mechanics that you can afford to pay. Anybody these days who's a qualified mechanic is either got their own gig going or they're getting paid top dollar. So your problem now is you're going to end up at the bottom of the barrel, guys. What I would do if I was 26 years old is I would start an underground repair business. All you need is a 1 or 2 car garage, basic tools, and basic social skills.
So you could do mobile. People are always looking for.
Yeah, you could do mobile, but mobile has a lot of drawbacks, right? Mobile is very uncomfortable.
Well, you could go there to diagnose and then take the car.
Well, that's just
yourself.
part. When you run an underground kind of repair business, yeah, you're going to be going to people's houses to make snap diagnosis or basic diagnosis, and then figure out how you're going to fit them in on a schedule. Because that's the thing, you got to keep a pretty tight schedule when you're working like that. So what you need is one or two car garage, basic tools, but most importantly, basic social skills. Because it's your social. Remember, you can't advertise. So your social skills are what is going to get you business. And all you do, right? And I'm going to give you the best advice. Any small business you want to start, okay? And you have to trust me on this because I've done it countless times, and I can do it again tomorrow. So I don't know your area. I don't know where what your social situation is there, right? But find places where there are regulars. So it could be let's say a diner or Waffle House where every morning there's X amount of people. There are regulars there all the time. It could be anything like that, right? IHOP, whatever it happens to be. The local place where people hit it on a regular basis. And it could be a bar, okay? It could be a pool hall. Doesn't make any difference. It just needs to be where there's consistent regulars. And all you do is become a regular. After about a week, where people see you, they know your face, they start to say hi to you automatically and so on and so forth, the conversation will come up. Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a mechanic. Oh, really? Where do you work? I run a little shop out of my house. No fooling. You know what? I need somebody to take a look at my brakes. They pull to the right. Or I got a car back at the house that won't start. Can you take a look at it? Or my brother's got this. That is how you start a business. Trust me on this. I have done it time and time again with all different types of businesses. It works.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. That says we got a couple of mobile mechanics local. They're getting by, but you can't just work on cars. Got to be trucks, ATVs, farm equipment, lawnmowers, etc.
Well, he said just
Yeah.
generic mechanic. So
Yeah.
you want to be where your potential customers are. But I'm telling you, your social skills are crucial, vital, the most important part of getting a business off the ground. Without borrowing money, without going into debt, without really putting yourself out there. I just told you the secret formula, the magic formula for starting any small business. I don't care, you could be a house painter, you could be a roofer, you could be whatever it is that you do. Follow that basic formula. Become a regular, become a morning regular here and an afternoon regular there and an evening regular there, like 3 different places. The more places that you can become a regular where they know your face every time you come in there and eventually start to break the ice and talk to you, that's where you get your customers from.
Abel D says, Tony, people always tell me to get business cards. I don't believe in those. Word of mouth is king.
Word of mouth is everything. And business cards, no. I know
Back in the day, you used business cards, but not now. Especially people just put your phone number in their phone. So
I really never use business cards.
Yeah.
I've had them
I
printed
did.
every now and then, but I never used them.
they worked for me. Let's see. Good advice, Tony. I get side job offers constantly for exterior jobs. Would take them, but my prime contractor keeps me fed and comfortable.
Yeah.
Good.
But you still have the option.
Yeah.
So you know that if you're not fed and comfortable anymore from your prime thing, now you know how to pick up and do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Elevator men have it made. You can't go to Home Depot to get an elevator mechanic yet.
Yeah, but commercial real estate, especially office buildings, things that rely on elevators, are way that
But there's a lot of apartment buildings with elevators.
yeah.
No.
But that's primarily elevator mechanic is primarily a city thing, centered around offices and stuff.
Scoop says I remodeled homes from '86 to late '90s. I try and avoid people that ask me to work on their stuff. I have zero interest in it now. Yeah. Man, I don't know anything, Chris Greenaway says. What do you mean you don't know anything? Of course you know something.
You know something.
Let's see. Thoughts on autism? You have thoughts on autism?
Yeah, it's autism is you get the spectrum. Well, the spectrum starts off at pretty damn good. I would rather have light autism, like I have, than heavy autism where you become like a vegetable. So it just depends on where on that scale you fit. Hey. There's ADD, and then you go from the ADD is the lightest form of autism, and then you go a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier. So
People say that that's not real.
They're idiots. They're idiots. Shh.
Okay, let's see. Where are we here? You're not autistic. No. Everybody says you're not autistic. He's not autistic. You're not autistic. You're saying something is wrong, so you fixate on yourself. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Light autism is heavy hyperfocus. It's that simple. Okay. When I'm talking about the mechanics of autism, right? Light autism is just heavy hyperfocus, where I can only think of this thing, right? And it has to interest me. Then you go to the extreme, okay, where it's just like people are just lost in their own mind. That's a handicap. So autism is not necessarily a bad thing, in degrees.
No, you're just a bro, Tony. You're just a bro.
Just a bro.
Let's see, peanut stands with a drive-through? What? I may not be smart, but I know how to change oil.
Yeah.
Um, so you're gonna put any special offers out this week, Tony? The Gypsy Kablamo Cafe. Yeah, it's
Gypsy
funny.
Any special offers? Actually, that's how I got the first coffee house here started, right? So we opened the one in New York, and it kind of took off on its own. What?
I asked you if we have any special offers, and then you just went into something completely different.
Well, because he mentioned the Gypsy Kablamo
Okay.
Cafe, and I was remember when we opened the first place here in Tennessee, and the way I got customers was I became a regular at another coffee house. I just got to know everybody. So I had somebody else running my place, and I went to this other place, just became friends with everybody, and then brought them all over to my place. All's fair in, business. And
Jeff Hutchins says I have weird hours. I close the shop to do repairs. And other shops that send people to me, so business cards are very convenient. Yeah, sometimes they can be. It depends on what you're doing.
depends on your personality,
Yeah.
really. I'm not a business card kind of person. There's a formality to business cards, and it doesn't fit my basic demeanor.
Well, I use them very efficiently and well.
But you have a different demeanor than me. We're
Oh.
different people.
Obviously, but I'm
Right.
saying that business cards aren't necessarily a bad thing.
I never
It
said they were
depends on what
bad.
you're doing.
I never said they were bad. I said they don't fit me. My personality is scratching out my number on a piece of paper. That's my personality.
Oh, that's good. Should I have done that for like? No, I'm not even gonna.
Oh, Jesus.
Scratching out
You
my
are not
phone
me.
number.
I am not you.
No,
We're two completely
obviously.
different people with two completely
Obviously.
different personalities.
Let's see. I don't talk till I was nearly 3, but when I did, it was in full sentences. Oh, good, Jim.
Nice.
That's good. Door-to-door salesman. Let's see. I put business cards in my spook. Jerry Akbar says.
Different things work for different people.
We have a few minutes left.
Oh no, that was fast.
Yeah.
That really did go fast.
Uh-huh. So, do you have any special offers?
I don't know. Would you want to give him a special offer?
I don't know. We did one last week.
We got a bunch of scumbag gum still.
I'm sending it all to 0.
There's so much stuff that has to go to him.
I know. I had to get a box. I don't have a box.
Get a box.
I know.
Get him packed up. No offers this week. Take a few days off.
Oh, yeah, I worked all week.
She worked all week filling the orders from
It's
last.
a lot.
But you can feel free to go ahead and order anything you want
We appreciate all the orders. Thank
from
you very much.
UncleTony'sGarage.com. I have no idea what any of the stuff costs, what's in there,
Oh, geez.
where the money goes to.
Where the money goes to. You know
I
where the
literally
money
have no
goes.
idea. I saw the website for the first time the other day.
Oh. Well, that's your problem.
What did I go on there for?
I don't know.
You made me go on there for something.
Oh, that's because somebody tried to order like 5 times in a row, and they put different addresses. One was from a library, another
Yeah,
was from a high
we
school.
get that.
It
We got
was
like
weird.
troll orders.
Yeah.
So she actually said, "Hey, come here and take a look at this." And I was like, "What the hell is that?" And she's like, "That's your website." And I was like, "Oh."
Oh my goodness. Oscar Gonzalez sent a super chat.
Thank you, Oscar.
In the movie Christine, the possessed dude worked at a fix-it-yourself mechanic shop. Would that be a good business?
It could be, and that's something I've thought about. Actually, I thought about tying that into a YouTube channel. Yeah, it could be a good business. That's all I could say about it. It could be. There are so many different circumstances that would be unique to you and your area and your resources and your shop and your potential clientele that I can't give you any advice beyond that. But yes, I think it can be. And that is something a couple of years ago I considered as a YouTube channel because I thought that would be fascinating, watching people work through problems or helping people work through problems on their own cars. We tried it actually when we first moved into the shop. Oh God, I forgot about that
Cocoon,
completely.
your shirts are in the mail.
I forgot about that completely. When we first moved into the last shop that we were in, that was one of the goals. It was one of the reasons we had a shop that big, was that I was going to have people come in and help them work through the
They
problems
didn't
of
really
their
want to
cars.
work on their stuff though.
Yeah, but
that was
we had a
fun.
couple of bad experiences with it where people were just like, "Ugh," and we made a couple of videos
Why be mean?
and we let it drop. But that is an idea that I had.
Hmm. All right. So, anything going on this week, Tony?
Not a thing. Not a thing. You got to start. Got to start the month with October with a bang. I have no idea what it's going to be.
No.
No, I hope I don't get overshadowed by current events. Um,
There's no current events. So near.
the strike could happen. Could be interesting.
Nah.
I know, but
More fear tactics.
yes and no. It could happen.
Nah, I don't believe it.
The powers that be that usually step in and moderate this stuff don't seem to have any interest in it at this stage. So that's what makes this one interesting.
Do you smell natural gas?
No.
You don't?
No.
I do.
You smelled it the other day.
Well, that's because they broke a gas line as I was driving by.
Ah.
No, I'm saying now.
No.
Maybe it's the jacket I'm wearing
Yes.
from the natural broken gas line?
You're emitting natural gas.
Probably. You ever work on a rotary engine?
Just like minor stuff. Like I never got into the guts of rotary. No.
Let's see. The strike at the ports, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really.
That's a. So the thing with that is that the workers are feeling an actual inflationary pinch. So it's not that they're just looking for the raise, but they're actually, these people are under pressure.
So everybody is.
Well, I understand that. That's what I'm
Not just
saying.
them.
This time could be different because the people that want to go on strike are actually feeling a pinch. They're
Oscar
actually.
Gonzalez says,
What's that?
Oscar Gonzalez says, so are we. Everybody feels it.
Yes, everybody feels it. And that's why I say this time might be different.
$12.99 for a can of coffee yesterday.
Crazy.
I went shopping. Like I literally got nothing for $150. I got a couple dog treats and a couple cans of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Oh,
how
and
the
2
dollar
packages of
dies.
sausage. That was like it. I was like, holy mackerel.
This is how the dollar dies.
Bad. Tony,
something.
when will you have Zero Airy Mexican Spec and Food Bar on the channel live? April D wants to know.
I'll tell you what, let's shoot for what's the next holiday coming up?
Holiday? Does
Yeah.
it have to be a holiday?
Yeah, because like a special occasion, I'd like to do a special
Halloween? I don't know. That's the next holiday.
I don't know.
There's
let me-
some weird holiday on my phone, I'm sure. Coco always sends me these obscure holidays. Let's see.
National Corn on the Cob Day or something like that.
Exactly. Let's see. Labor Day.
Labor
Did
Day's
you
a
do
month
that?
ago.
Yeah, that was a month ago. Hang on. That's the Agility League. No. Rosh Hashanah?
We could do a Rosh Hashanah live. I don't.
Don't do it. Don't.
Why?
Somebody will get mad. Don't do it.
Who's gonna get mad?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Yom Kippur is on the 12th. Indigenous Peoples Day or Columbus Day. It's on the same day. Look at the
How
world
ironic.
we live in. Look at the world we live in.
All right, guys, everybody contributed to Super Chat. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated.
I can't.
Never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you. Everybody contribute your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. It's you guys that allow us to do this crazy freaking thing that we do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our awesome mods, Zero, Fubar, Mexican
Sarah
Spec.
says he is Native American, so we could do Columbus Day and
Let's do it.
Native American Day. If
I'm
you wanna do that.
Italian.
You're
He's
Italian.
Native American.
Columbus.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do a Columbus Day live. If
It's-
the other guys want to jump in there
It's
too.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
What date is that?
Hang on. You gotta find it. It's on Monday, the 14th. It's Indigenous Peoples Day and Columbus Day, all day.
Okay, you guys want to do that? If you want to do that, let's do it.
You guys can't argue or anything.
Well, let them form the consensus, and I'll go whatever they say. All right.
All
So,
right.
and I thank them, and I have nothing else to talk about,
Uh-huh.
and I'm done. I don't want to say anything else.
You're good? You done?
This is it. Done.
Impossible.
Mhm.
Sarah says, and also Spanish, it's actually my day. Okay. It's Sarah's day, Tony.
Every day is heroes.
Okay. All right. I'll Monday the 14th in Canada is Thanksgiving, Mark Survey says.
Okay, well then we'll include that too. It seems like a very popular day.
Yeah. And it's a bingo day. All right, let's go.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.